guys, today we're doing a very live and secretive video. So guys, this is your chance to
camera chooser, front facing,
jump on board and literally find out what's happening. But I had a really weird dream that I want to share with you. So the dream was that basically I wanted surgery on my penis to make it bigger, and there was Mike Dowling from the Make It Workshop was a doctor in the dream, and he said, why do you want this to he said, I'll sort you the surgery. And there was another guy, and he was called Dr. Richards, and he said, you know, why do you want your, he said the same thing as Mike, and he said, why do you want your penis bigger? And I said, well, I want to screw all the ladies, you know. And he said, well, you know, this could hurt, you know. And it was weird. I wanted my wiener to be really big, so I could, you know, hump all the ladies. Now, this was a bad dream, and I'm going to talk you through it. It's weird and it's bad, because Mike Dowling goes over to his desk, and on his desk he's got a supercomputer, and he's saying to his secretary, now this computer, it's all got fact on it, it's not bullshit, it's got fact on it. So he chose the supercomputer, and everybody in the room's like, you know, what they see. And it's basically what happens next is I go into a room where there's a dentist chair. There were other things in the dream, but I can't remember all the dream. So I went into this dentist room, and I lay, and I said, I'm really frightened of the anesthetic. And this guy, this professor, he said, I'm going to stick this needle in your arm, and you won't feel a thing. And when you wake up in the morning, your dick will be big. So basically, now this is where the dream gets a bit complicated. Because has anyone ever watched a very slow motion film? Well, this was the dream, just went into very slow-mo, and this is where it gets very weird, because in the dream, this guy then starts to put like electrodes round my genitals. I find it a bit hard to talk about this dream, but anyway, I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to talk you through it as much detail. So I'm lying in the dentist chair, and they said, oh, by the way, we do not give anesthetic for these operations, but since you asked, we're going to do it. And I said, oh, I'm really frightened. They said, well, if you don't have the anesthetic, you'll feel pain. And I was like, okay, then give me an anesthetic. So then I'm lying from the dentist chair. That's right, because they're talking about what they're going to do, and they're showing all the tools, and they had like I've never been in a theatre, but I know what's in one. They had the machine that reads the anaesthetist stuff, because when you use Propofol, it literally stops you from breathing. So they use that, and then they literally so they have to monitor the breathing, and so they're monitoring you every time, and how much anesthetic and how long to keep you under the anesthetic. So I'm not going to bore you with all that medical crap, but they were monitoring me basically. Anyway, the dream cuts to me lying on this mattress, and I'm like, go on, do the needle, and they say to me, you won't feel a thing. And there's a crowd of doctors in the room. This is the creepy bit. They're all creeps in the room. They're all like freaking. They're not like they're not like the doctors that I had earlier in the dream. They're not scientists and they're not people with PhD. This time they are creeps, creeped out people, and they come in and they say, here's a needle, whack, straight in, and I black out in the dream. And I'm like, whoa. And I woke up in a cold sweat and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I don't know what happened in my sleep. I don't know if I fainted in my dream. I don't know what happened, but I just went to black and it was bad. That was a real dream. That was real. That happened. I dreamt that. So yeah, I wanted a dream on me having my dick go big. Oh, and there's some bits I missed in the dream as well. I'm going to the hospital because I got Oscar Duke to drive me there. A friend of mine, Oscar Duke, and he can't drive. Oscar can't drive, so that was weird. And we were going in this this really old car. It was really old. The brakes didn't work on it. I was like, Oscar, careful how you're driving this thing, you know. I was nervous because he was driving me. So I don't know if I was on edge. I don't know if I had a little bit of anxiety. I don't know. The dream about... Well, I was watching a video on a TED Talks video. I was watching those. And there's this woman, she's talking about masturbation. And how it's really important and how what pleasure we need and how we need it. And I guess I'm dreaming that basically my dream was telling me that I've never found my own sexual pleasure or something. I don't know. That's quite a personal message, but and also it means that, you know, I haven't talked with other people that might need helping. Maybe people hide stuff and they want me to help them. I don't know, but I don't really want to help them unless they want to talk to me and sit down and talk to me. It's fine, but oh man, maybe it's a prophecy. Maybe someone in our shop is undergoing something. Well, actually, I do know someone who's going a sex change. And I've not spoken to her for a while and need to speak to her. And I'm not mentioning her on Facebook. She's a good friend of mine. Well, she's still a he, but I respect him. I always say her instead of him, and I'm just getting used to it because I'm respecting her, really. It's just respecting it, you know. And she's going under surgery. I'm still going to talk to you guys, but I'm just going to get some stuff done because I need to leave in a moment. So, you know, it's really important that we undergo it. But very, very important. Come on, everybody! Yeah. mean, whoa! I guess everybody does it over time, you know. But it's a very over time, it is going to be a very, very touchy topic. But the other thing I want to talk to you very briefly about, guys, is because that's my dream sorted with, and yeah, maybe because I went to bed late or something. I went to bed really late. I went to bed about 2 o'clock in the morning. Whoa, man! Should have gone to bed instead of looking at the internet, you know. But hey, we're all guilty of doing it. Whoa! What have I lost there? Hey. Well, my foot detected. Oh, it was nothing. I've dropped something and I can't. You know. And I guess I was watching another thing about safety. A video on child safety and, you know, licking 9-volt batteries and. I'm just gonna put a fresh pair of socks on. Hey. But yeah, getting on to the second thing. I was looking on shadow people. Oh yes, shadow people. Before you ask, shadow people are real. Shadow realm. And I do see these shadow people in my cellar. I mean, Mummy says they're gone, but they're not. They're there. They are there. But I think some of it's a figment of my imagination, because I've spoke to visually impaired people about ghosts and stuff on other forums, and a lot of visually impaired people don't believe in ghosts because they don't see them. I know a few that do, but I know a few that don't, and I understand. But what you believe in is what you believe in at the end of the day, and that's another importance of this group. We all have to respect each other's beliefs, because if you're going to talk about weird stuff, it's something you've got to respect. Someone might believe in it, and it might start a turf war in the group. I do not want turf wars in the group. I'm not saying ground rules for this group, because obviously it's a weird group, and for weird groups, I don't need any ground rules for it.
Notifications. I mean, 8 new.
I've just discussed a topic there which a lot of groups will not discuss. I mean, I was thinking about plastic surgery before I went to sleep. I remember when I was a lot younger, I wanted to have a big wiener. I wanted to have a really big wiener when I was in my early 20s. I was 19. I was in my late teens. I'll never forget it.
Recording.
And but hey ho, guys. I have to go now. So yeah.
Stephanie Harris joined. Recording.
Hello, Stephanie, and I hope I haven't offended you. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got to roll, and I'll message you if you want to talk to me. I'll message you later.
Finish.